YouTube. First off, I'm sorry that I haven't been doing as many videos here recently. It's just kind of, with school and work, things kind of blew up on me there for a minute, and I had to focus on that. But I'm back for right now. Anyway, I watched Sensei Rick DTG Taijutsu's video on biting, and I understand that parts of it he felt he kind of humiliated himself for our benefit, and I appreciate that. The fact of the matter is that just by him showing that video, he lightly touched the very tip of the iceberg, which is a very, very important part in defense, period. And it is, martial arts in general trains the mind, it trains the spirit, it trains the body to an extent, but there is a side of it, of true defense, in the actual act of defending oneself, that you have to be able to descend into the primal. What I mean by that is that there is a time when you have to be able to transform your mind and your thinking into more of a lesser thought pattern, which is, at some point, it's got to come to the point where you're thinking, okay, this guy is attacking me, I'm going to rip his head off. That's simple. And I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to get that done. That's why, for me, when I go into self-defense techniques, a lot of them do have a martial arts base, but they aren't martial arts techniques per se that you would always see in the dojo. They are techniques that are used for self-defense because they work for me, for my size. And because of that, I'm trying to show the same thing. We all have to have techniques that work for us. There are techniques that work for somebody my size that may not work for somebody that is a different body style or a different body type. So, to get around that, as long as I get my cat out of the way. Boy, he bugs the crap out of us, doesn't he? Something else that needs to be done is to understand that there are techniques that need to be used, such as eye gouging, such as ripping people's throats, such as grabbing hold of the ear and wrenching on it. Simple things like this that are simple and easily done, and they really will give you the upper hand. I have to start kind of looking at the way that I'm teaching with this from the standpoint of, what if, let's say, I don't have the strength that I have. Let's say, all of a sudden I'm an 80-pound small woman. Uh-oh. Instantly, all these big, strong, powerful techniques that I know that work well for me because of my size, instantly they don't work anymore, because now my body weight is cut into a third. Well, if I have a third of the mass, then I've got a third of the strength, then I've got a third of the power, third of the stature. Things become very difficult, and instantly my techniques have to change necessarily. So my point is this: I'm just going to start getting into those a little more. I've kind of talked my wife into helping me start to show rape prevention and delve more into the self-defense for women. I think that's something that's there's a lot that's being done on YouTube, but there's so much more out there that just hasn't been really voiced because of whatever reason. I think that's where I'm going to start going more, is not only for self-defense for women, but also, or men. You know, men can use these techniques just as easily. But I'm going to be getting more into the primal aspects, because I think that's something that needs to be taught. If you wanted to go into the easiest way of defending oneself, the easiest way of doing it is just to be plumb mad dog mean and just tear the other guy apart, chunk by chunk. If somebody grabs a hold of you, for example, if they try to grab your neck with a double hand grab like this, and you take your thumbs and you jam them in the eye sockets, grab the side of his head, jam your thumbs into his eye sockets, and you take him down to the ground, they lost the fight. Even if you don't end up slamming your thumbs all the way through his eye sockets, by the minute that your thumbs have hit those eye sockets, they will become compliant. I think that's going to be a little bit more of the direction that I'm going to start taking this. I think I'm going to just start going more into using pain compliance and teaching pain compliance more than anything. So I'm going to start doing those. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.